if you're just starting trading today, the first thing I want to tell you is that don't pressurize yourself, don't rush. Make sure you seek for the knowledge first. Hi guys, my name is Ibrahim Abdul Fattah, popularly known as Captain IB. I'm a forex and a crypto trader, and I own the biggest forex academy in Ilorin, Kwara State. I was born and raised in the northern part of Nigeria. Okay, so unlike other people, I do not have like a grass to grace story. My parents were living a comfortable life and we were all like living comfortable. But I'm this type of person that have like passion and my dreams are big. So this is the reason why I keep working day and night to accomplish most of my dreams. And I guess this is the reason why I'm trading the financial market. Okay, so back in 2020, when I was in university, I used to be an airdrop hunter and I also trade shit coins and NFT. So but fast forward to 2021, it stopped trending and people were not really making much from it anymore. So what was really catching people's attention was crypto trading and forex trading. And I was seeing a lot of influencers on social media marketing and posting a lot of PNLs. They're always making money from the market, which also caught my attention. So from there, I started making inquiry, making my own personal research. I went to YouTube, Twitter. Then I was just trying to like gather a lot of information just to really know what the financial market is all about. All right, so as I always say, like I started crypto trading. I started my crypto journey with spot trading actually, not derivative or future trading. So back then when I started, I funded my life savings, all the money I'm able to gather from both shitcoin and NFT, as I said earlier. So I funded everything into my wallet. So I was trading spot trading then. I believe everybody knows about spot trading. So I was trading spot trading. I did not really have like much idea about derivative then, but I was doing spot trading and I was able to like start compounding my money. And then I was making averagely of like $100 to $200 every day with my initial capital. So that was how I started. Then suddenly there was something that happened to the market. The market went down, so I lost all my money, like everything went to zero. So I now have to like start again from scratch. That was when I started digging more and I started like seeking more knowledge about derivatives and future trading. At first, I started as a signal hunter. I normally hunt for signals. I funded my wallets and take other people's signals. But then it wasn't really working well for me because I really don't have any knowledge regarding to risk management, trading psychology, and also my emotions were not balanced. So I just keep on losing money back to back. I'll fund today, blow the account the next day. So that was how like it's all started. Okay, I could remember back in 2021, I funded the last money I have in my wallet, which was $300 then. So I was still a signal hunter and I was hunting for signal up and down. I ended up blowing that account. Why? Because I do not have discipline and I was still having a little battle with my emotions. So but what kept me going is because I have the mindset that okay, most of all these people I normally see on social media, if truly they are making money from trading, I also can also make money. All I need to do is to make sure I stay disciplined and keep learning. Hello guys, it's Ivy here. So let me take you quick to this analysis we just did today. So I analyzed this chart this morning. This is exactly the same effective strategy I always use, and this is the same strategy I teach my students to use. This is SMC strategy. So as you can see, we have already hit our TP here. This signal was sent to our Telegram channel and everybody made money from this signal. As you can see, I made like 81% profit. Other people make 100%. It's just that I entered late. So come on, see. Can you see, like, a lot of people have been dropping testimony that they made money. A lot of people are sending their PNLs. Can you see? And we've hit our full TP here. So if you know you want to join us and make cool money like this, all you have to do is to go to the Telegram link on the bio, click it. It's completely free. Also, you can use the link on our website to join this community. It's totally free. So after losing everything back then, so I realized that the only way I could, become profitable in this industry is to stay disciplined and learn from my previous mistakes. So then I stopped hunting for signal completely. because I was like, the person that is providing signal, if he can do it, I can also do it. All I need to do is to learn how to control my emotion, stay disciplined, and make sure that my psychology is always on check. So then I started working on myself, started seeking for more knowledge. That was how, I started seeing constant gain, little profit from the market. I started compounding, and that was when I realized that, okay, if I can just stay disciplined like this and become consistent in this game, I can build it for a long time vision. And here we are today.
I feel like I'm all alone on my own.
So what I normally do at the beginning of every week, I make sure that I have a trading plan, like the way I want to trade for this particular week. So having a trading plan is very, very important because you already know what you're about to do for that particular week. You understand? So that's the first thing. So secondly, risk management is very, very underrated when it comes to trading. I always make sure that I do not risk what I can't afford to lose when taking any trade. You understand? So whether the trade is going my way or sideways, it helps me to balance my emotion. I don't panic. You understand? I just trust my analysis and let it go that way. And lastly, it's what you call journaling. Journaling is very important, but most traders do not journal their trade. So journaling helps you to know your performance by the end of the week, how much you make and how much you've lost, so that it will help you to know what you are targeting against the next week as a trader. Okay, so the first thing I do when I wake up as a trader, I pray. Then after prayer, I open my chart to see maybe there's any fundamental or news going on in the market. That's the first thing I always do, because I don't trade fundamental. I only trade technical analysis. So if there's no news going on in the market, then I head to the chart. I have some coins on my watch list that I always trade. So I will look for opportunity in the market for that day. If there's any opportunity for me to take any trade, I will place my limit order and leave it there. But if there's not any opportunity, I'll just close my chart and do some other thing for the rest of the day. Another thing I normally do is that I go to the gym. It helps me to divert my attention from the market and clear my head from all the stress. And after gymming, I go to restaurant to get food, to eat. Then I go back home. So this is typically how I live my life. Okay, so after losing everything back then in 2021, my first win made me feel like, okay, all the late night work and the consistent learning and all the energy I've been putting into this trading thing is finally paying off. Then I was happy. It wasn't really just about the money I made from the trade, because it wasn't really that much then, but it's just the confidence that I have that, okay, this is something I can build for a long time vision. Okay, I started IB Trading Academy because I could recall back then in 2021 when I lost everything. I could remember clearly that, yeah, everything happened because I had no guidance, I have no mentor. I was just, following the vibe. And I don't want other people to go through the same struggle and the same path. And I also want to prove to people that there's actually a way you can actually make money in this country without having to, involve yourself in anything illegal. IB Academy is built from the real life experience I've had, and all the struggles I've personally faced in the market. I personally know how it feels to start from nothing, lose it all, and have to rebuild everything again. So it's all about just guiding people the step-by-step procedure on how to make money from the market and avoid the mistake I made in my own early stage, and also trade the right way. So as I was saying, it's not compulsory for you to, first trade and say that maybe you must take trade every day or stuff like that, right? So you just need to know what you're doing. You need to like have purpose. Okay, so as I said earlier, before I start the week, I already have my trading plan. I have everything well scheduled. Although balancing the two is not something that is easy, but I can see them going hand in hand. So trading is what gives me real experience, and giving back to the community. I mean, teaching other people help me to also remain consistent and stay sharp in my own trading journey. My philosophy is very, very simple. Number one, always make sure you prioritize your capital, because without capital in this industry, you're just wasting your time. There's no way you can make money, right? We all know that. So the second thing is always make sure you apply proper risk management. Don't risk more than what you can afford to lose, right? And also, lastly, make sure you avoid greed. Okay, so in 5 years, I feel like I will be more consistent than I am now, and I will be at a higher level, and continue improving myself every day. And for the academy, I want you to go step by step around the country into a place, where more people can come and learn how to trade the right way and avoid all the mistakes I made during my struggling days. All right, so if you're just starting trading today, the first thing I want to tell you is that don't pressurize yourself, don't rush. Make sure you seek for the knowledge first. I think that was one of the mistake I made in my early stage. I did not seek for knowledge. I went directly, hunting for signal just for me to make money, but I ended up losing everything. Right. So make sure you seek for knowledge, learn the basic, and don't rush. You understand? Always think of the long time vision, because once you have the knowledge and you know how to make money in this market, it's something that you can continue doing. Like, always have the long term vision in your mind. Okay, if you're a struggling trader, it's either maybe you are jumping from one strategy to another strategy, or maybe you don't even know what you are doing in the market, right? So, but I want you to work on something. The first thing you need to work on is, build a working system for yourself. Instead of jumping from one strategy to another strategy, just stick to one strategy and perfect it very well. You understand? Understand how it works, perfect it, be consistent on it, practice, 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 practice. Before you know, in less than 3 months, you become perfect, and that is where you get your aha moment from. If I should go back in time, I think the major thing I encountered, the major difficulty I encountered when I was starting as a trader is lack of, applying risk management. I was not disciplined enough, and I do not even have like any knowledge, even the basic knowledge. So I will advise myself to, get the basic knowledge, avoid greed, and always apply proper risk management.